You stepped into the scale this morning from yesterday. If that number ruined your morning, I know what you told yourself. I gained fat. No, you did not gain 3 pounds overnight. And once you understand this, the scale will stop controlling your life. Let's define the problem with chasing one exact number. Your body fluctuates a lot. Water, food, the way you exercised, stress, sleep, all of this affects your body weight. And all of this can swing your weight 3 to 5 pounds in a day. So if your goal is, for example, 150 pounds, and what happens over the week, your weight fluctuates up and down. It's never 150 every day. And if you are attaching stress with that number without understanding why the body is doing that, your mood also swings along with your weight. And that is because the story that you tell yourself, and that's very exhausting. Now, let's take a practical look at it. If you have to put on 1 pound of weight, then you will have to eat around 3,500 calories. And for 3 pounds, you will have to eat around 10,000 calories. All the things that you're seeing on the screen, those are all the foods that you have to eat to get 10,000 calories. And that's quite a lot of number, right? It's like a big feast that you can have. All of this food, you'll have to eat on top of your regular food to gain 3 pounds. Now, I'm sure that you didn't eat all of this when you saw the jump on the scale. So if the weight on the scale has jumped 3 pounds compared to yesterday, then it's definitely not fat, because as shown earlier, you will have to eat all of those things to get 10,000 calories. And that's what is required to put on 3 pounds. I promise this is the only equation in the video. So let's look at this equation. The total weight of the body includes the lean mass, the fat mass, water, glycogen, and GI content. Okay? So this lean mass and fat mass, they don't fluctuate so much. But the other three, water, GI content, and glycogen, they fluctuate based on what you ate, how you slept, how you trained, and all the things that we discussed before. GI content is just a fancy way of saying the food you ate yesterday and haven't pooped. As you can see, these three, they fluctuate quite a lot. When the scale jumps overnight, it's not fat. It's your body doing your normal body things. What's the solution to have a healthy relationship with your scale? Instead of one fixed number, you think of your weight in terms of a range. My weight window is between 115 to 120. And I plan to stay in that range. And over the week, any weight inside this range, I am good. I'm not chasing perfection. So I am staying within this realistic range where my body fluctuates naturally. Now, I have stayed consistent in this range for more than 10 years now. This is what people who stay consistent long-term do. Let me show you some examples. Let's take different scenarios. Let's say you don't have a weight window and you're chasing 157 as the goal weight. And if you have a weight window, it's around 145 to 150. Now, period week, 147 without the weight window. And if you weigh 150 because of water retention, hormones, you see the scale 150 and you start panicking. But without the weight window, you know that you are in the range and you don't have to worry about it. You went out, had fun with your friends or family, and the next day you weigh yourself and you see the scale has jumped and it's not your ideal 147. And then you panic, you restrict, you try to put yourself on a diet. But with the weight range, you don't react to things, you respond. And that's what we need to be doing. We need to stop reacting to things that stress us. We have to say no to stress and yes to peace. Do anything that's gonna give you peace. If people, things, systems are giving you stress, cut it out. Let's see, why is this so important for women? See, for us women, why is having this weight window brings a lot of peace? Our bodies are designed in such a way that they fluctuate throughout the month. It's never the same. Mood swings, both physically and mentally, it's never the same. So, as the cycle begins, right? You have your periods, there is some bloating, hormones are changing, and you are going to stay in the higher part of your weight window. Once you come into your follicular phase, that's when you probably would be on the lower side of the weight window, provided you keep your diet clean, yes. And then from ovulation and the luteal phase, your weight window increases because of the water retention and the hormones. It's never the same. So 4 weeks and you see a lot of ups and downs. And if you're going to stick to one number, how many times are you going to win in a month? Probably 5 times, but you would be failing so many times. So stressful to be associating your peace to that number. So instead, if you have a range, you can still respond and not react. So that is something which is very, very, very important. So having a fixed number ignores this, but having a range, it respects it. Giving so much power to this one number based on the factors that you cannot even control does not sound like a good decision, right? But instead, if you have a range, you are not restricting, you're not obsessing, you're just living your life. It's much more peaceful, and you will be working with yourself instead of against it, and you would find much more peace. You're not struggling with your weight, you're struggling with the way you interpret your weight. And in part 2, I'll help you how you can calculate your personal weight window, and instead of chasing that one number, you're going to start using the range, and this way you can work with your body instead of against it. And remember, the number did not ruin your day. The story that you told yourself did.